Today I'm going to show you how to make a watermelon bookmark. You need red, white, green and black cotton yarn for this. You can also use any other yarn, but I'm personally using cotton yarn and a 2.5 millimeter hook. So I'm making these bookmarks to raise funds and to donate the funds later, just like I did with the sunflower bookmarks 2 years ago. But you can also just make these bookmarks for yourself, of course. So we're going to start with a magic loop. And in this magic loop, we will do 4 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can close the magic loop. For the second round, I will do 1 increase and 1 single crochet and repeat that. So it's always tricky to get it in the first stitch. I do 1 increase, and a single crochet, another increase, and another single crochet. For the third round, I will do an increase, 2 single crochet, an increase and 2 single crochet. So an increase, single crochet, single crochet, increase, single crochet, single crochet. I now have 8 stitches in total. For the fourth round, I'm going to do increase and then 3 single crochets. So increase, first single crochet, second single crochet, fourth single crochet, third single crochet, then an increase, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet. And you can see that you get a bit of a cone shape. For the 5th row, I'm going to do the increase and then 4 single crochets. So increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, another increase, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this gives us the red part of the watermelon. Now we will be switching to white, and we will do this using an invisible color change. You can use whatever color change you want, but what's important is that we don't cut off the yarn really close to where we're crocheting, but we will leave about 35 centimeters, or I think that's maybe like 13 to 15 inches of yarn. and that's going to be the string part of the bookmark. So we will leave some yarn here so we have enough to make the string. Now we will switch to the next color, which is white. So in white we do an increase and then 5 single crochet. So we make the increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we repeat that. Increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're already done with the white, and we're gonna leave a very long tail again, about the same length as we did with the red before we cut it off. Now the next color, green. We will again do our invisible color change. Check where to start. Start here. We're going to do 1 single crochet all around, so 14 single crochets in total. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And now we're again leaving a very long tail, and this one is going to be even longer than the rest. I make it about 10 centimeter or 4 inches longer than the other colors. And then I snip it off, and you can see that it already looks like a watermelon. I'm going to take my hook out, and now I'm going to take basically all of the ends that I have, and I'm going to put them in my little watermelon. So I'm going to make sure that they're all inside of my watermelon. Okay, make sure they're all nice and tight. I didn't do any anything to attach them when I started a new color, so I'm just gonna put a big knot on the inside. No one's gonna see the inside, so I always think this is an easy way to start and end my new colors. So now these really short tails I can just cut off because I don't need those anymore. And the long tails I'm going to use for my bookmark. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the tip of my watermelon, the start of my magic loop, and see if I can put my hook right in that hole. And after I did that, I'm going to get my red and my white piece of yarn, and I'm going to tug them through that hole. You can also do this using a yarn needle, but I'm going to do it in this way. You can see there's a lot of strings, so it's a bit of a trick to not get them tangled too much. Yeah, in the end it works out. So you can already see the shape of the watermelon. Now we have one more color left, which is black. I'm taking a piece of yarn that is the size of our strings. And then about 15 centimeter or 6 inch more. And now I'm going to get my yarn needle. I forgot to put my yarn needle next to me, but I'm going to get my yarn needle, thread the black yarn through the needle, which is always a bit of a struggle. And now I am going to embroider some seeds. I can put all of these little ends, everything except for the long string and the loop. I can put those in my little watermelon. And now I'm going to embroider some seeds. Those are just little stitches like this that I put all around the watermelon. When I do my first stitch, I will make a little knot on the inside to make sure that the yarn is attached. And now that the yarn is attached, I can put loads of little stitches all around my watermelon, however many stitches I want. I think they look nicest if they're kind of aimed towards the tip, but that's all personal preference. You know, some can be a little bigger, some can be smaller. Yeah, you can do this any way that you want, any way that you think looks good, or just what works for you. So I'm just starting in one spot and moving all around, putting those little stitches in there. And if you think you've put down enough stitches and you like the look of it, you can end by pulling the yarn through the tip where the rest of the colors are also So now we have our watermelon with 3 colors coming out of the tip. We can remove the needle from this color. We have our watermelon with 3 colors coming out of the tip, but the top is still open. So what we're going to do is make sure that all of the colors are in here. We can kind of tug in it on the watermelon if we want to shape it a little bit, but we're going to put our needle on the end of the green yarn. You can see that my yarn is splitting a bit, but it's not a big issue. And now we are gonna sew this shut. So this is my last stitch, and I'm gonna get my needle and put it through the back loop of the first stitch. And then I'm going to put it through the little loop here and tug on it so that it's shut. And now I'm just going to go through this back loop and this back loop and sew it shut. I'm going to do that with all of the back loops. And I have one back loop here that doesn't have another back loop, so I'm just going to go through that one and go through the one that I've done here before, just to make sure that it's fully closed. And before it closes, I'm going to go through it so that there's a little knot here in the end. And this way our watermelon is all closed at the top. Now we still have this string, so we're going to take our needle, just go through the watermelon, we enter just somewhere near this thread, and we're going to go through the tip of the watermelon again. Remove the needle, and you can see we have our watermelon and our 4 threads. Now we just need to braid these threads together. You can do a 4-stranded braid, but I think a 3-stranded braid is a lot easier. So I'm gonna take the black and the white string together and then braid it as if it were 3 strands. It's easier if you maybe clamp this one somewhere or paste it with a little bit of tape to make it easier to braid the strands together, because it's a bit difficult to hold it and at the same time braid it. I'm going to see, maybe my tape dispenser is heavy enough if I very carefully braid it. And while braiding, it's good to sometimes make sure that the rest of the yarn isn't making one big knot right at the end, because those are quite difficult to get rid of. Yeah, you can see my tape dispenser isn't really strong enough to hold it, but yeah, you can put it wherever to make your little braid. And you can braid until you have the right length for your bookmark. So you can just check how big the book is that you want to use it for. And then in the end, I just put a big knot. And you can cut off a bit of the ends. And here you have your little bookmark. So I hope you enjoyed making these, and yeah, maybe if you want, you can make some to donate. Well, not to donate, but make some in, yeah, to sell and then donate that money. But if you just want to make them as a cute little watermelon bookmark, they look really cute for summer as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's all clear, and otherwise you can always ask me for advice in the comments.